Sorry, this is a bit late. Also, I wanted to give you a heads up that I have a Discord server now, or I did before, and now I'm actually using it again. So I have my link on my Twitter page, SA Dragon Tweets. It's in the pinned list of all my projects, so definitely check that out. Come on, we have a couple of people on there right now, but we could definitely use some more. So yeah, if you want to talk about it, I have some channels to post your art and fanfics or anything else as well, so just come and hang out. Thanks. Hello and welcome back to Jax Does Homestuck Gaystuck edition. This week we are doing John. We're covering John, and next week we'll be covering Dave. Let me know if you have any characters that you want me to cover besides those two. I mean, I will cover someone besides those two, but just let me know if you have any specific characters you want me to cover. But yeah, let's get into talking about John. So the big thing with John is he kind of spent his whole time moving the plot forward and not really discovering himself like Rose and Dave got the chance to when they were on the Meteor. So John is stuck in this mindset where he just says that he's not a homosexual, and that's a part of his identity. Not being straight, but being not a homosexual. And it's really obvious that he doesn't have a lot of experience with this. I mean, he's 13. So I'm trying to do this through the lens of, him being 13 and then 16 towards the end. And he is confronted with the fact that Vriska might like him. And he doesn't know what to do with it. He has no idea what to do with a girl liking him. He has no idea if he likes her back. He has no idea what to do if he did like her back or anything like that. He's just very inexperienced. He doesn't think he's ever liked a girl before. So it's really just like he has crushes on some celebrities, but he doesn't actually really understand anything beyond that. Because yeah, we see him have a crush on certain celebrities, but we basically certain female celebrities, but we see him have a crush on male celebrities as well, even if he doesn't recognize it as that. Even when he's confronted with the fact that it's a man bro crush, it's still a legitimate crush. I mean, he calls McConaughey charming, and he says he has a shrine to McConaughey, and he says that McConaughey has a beautiful face. And whenever he's watching Con Air and he sees Nick Cage, he gets hard eyes. He kisses his Nick Cage poster, for crying out loud. He has legitimate crushes on male celebrities as well. But he only focuses on the fact that he likes female celebrities. So he's definitely not a homosexual. And we kind of see him have this mindset of not really thinking outside of how he wants to view himself whenever he's confronted with the fact that he has some black feelings for Terezi, or what certainly sound like black feelings. Carcat does a good job of convincing him, yeah, this is how black feelings play out. This is how they go down. It's a really classic case you have here. And instead of acknowledging that and trying to see things from that different point of view, he says, cool, I'm never going to think about this again. I'm just going to shove this down and never think about it again. And that's how he is. We kind of see this obliviousness, and going back to the female celebrities, we kind of see that with his counterpart, Jane, who, when confronted with the fact that Dirk likes Jake, she gets kind of confused, no, but Jake won't be able to do anything back because he has crushes on female celebrities, so that's that. And so it's really, I guess, just an Egbert Crocker thing to be kind of dense about it like that. And we'll definitely talk more about that in future episodes. But yeah, so there's just a certain way in which John views the world and views himself, and that is that he is not homosexual. He doesn't, I don't think, realize that there's an option outside of straight and gay. And it really messes with him when he starts to figure out that Dave likes Karkat. Whenever he's figuring that out, like, he's kind of taken it back. He doesn't know how to handle it. He doesn't know how to respond to it. It's kind of confusing for him. And mirror that with him saying that Rose and Kanaya make a cute couple. Like, Dave is obviously a reflection of his own feelings, and Dave being able to confront them and say that, yeah, no, like, I definitely like boys, especially since Dave was supposed to be like some sort of very specific idea of masculinity, but he was still supposed to like be that. And so being able to like boys while still like having had that persona, and John still thinking that he's really cool and everything, like it's very hard for John to kind of comes to grips with that. And that's also because like he definitely has a crush on Dave. He calls Dave attractive, and even though he says he's joking, and like it's still, methinks she doth protest too much. He couldn't just let a joke lie as it was, that really obvious one, but like he has to make sure that he knows, is like, no, I'm just joking. I definitely don't find you attractive. But then later on, he can't stop thinking about Dave Sprite's butt. Like, he can't stop imagining it. And, Dave Sprite's Dave Sprite's butt is basically Dave's butt in that sense. And whenever he's talking to Rose, like, he brings up Dave, and Rose is like, let's get back on track, but he still goes back and keeps talking about Dave. He calls a bunch of things that Dave does cute. Well, primarily he calls it cute whenever Dave interacts with the mayor. And, I mean, that's just, kind of interesting that he would keep calling something Dave does cute. And he does have, like, serious feelings for his friends, like, even just on the friendship level. Like, John writes a really heartfelt letter to Dave about how much he cares about him. And he jokes and he calls Dave gay in that letter, and is like, well, yeah, you were kind of right about that. And he cares a lot about Dave. And, I mean, even when imagining him in, like, hey, I need to go talk to Dave, does he just think about a picture of Dave, like, just a regular, like, this is Dave? No, he imagines one of Dave's ironic selfies where he's kind of, like, laying sideways, and it's just, John has a lot of unresolved feelings for Dave, for sure. And that's another thing that's kind of brought into question whenever he finds out that Dave does like boys, or he starts to get the suspicion for it, and doesn't have, and even though he doesn't have those suspicions confirmed yet, like, they're still there. There's still a thing that's messing with him. And when it comes to Karkat, John definitely likes Karkat. I mean, he calls Karkat his favorite troll. He doesn't like Karkat in the same way that Karkat liked John, but he still calls Karkat his favorite troll. He still genuinely loves talking to Karkat. And whenever Jade is like, yeah, I had to talk to two of them at the same time, John's like, that sounds amazing. I would love to talk to two Karkats at the same time. And even though, he has to do the whole, oh, I'm not a homosexual thing, like, it's still very clear that he, like, generally just really likes Karkat, and thinks a lot of Karkat, and thinks he's hilarious. Yeah, and it's something that, I mean, I don't want to go talking about my OT3, because that's not what this is about, but I definitely see there being potential for, Dave, John, and Karkat to all kind of get together and hash about their feelings, even if Karkat doesn't completely understand it, because, in his society, there's no hesitation about two boys liking each other. So yeah, really just John, I really hope gets time to figure that out while he's on Earth C. He doesn't have to worry about saving Paradox space. He doesn't have to worry about saving Paradox space. He can just think. He can learn more about troll culture, which is what helped Dave come to terms with liking boys. And he can figure out that it's okay for him to like boys too. And I just really want a lot for John, and I want him to sit back and think about his feelings instead of just kind of shoving them aside so he can continue on with his own idea of how he should act. I don't know. I'm kind of sad that we don't get gay John at the end, but I have hope for the future, and I have plenty of headcanons about it. So yeah, John just definitely has a lot of unresolved feelings. I know this is kind of a shorter episode. The other ones will probably be pretty short as well, but it's kind of given me time to figure out what I'm going to do next after I'm done with the character overviews. If you have any ideas on that matter, any suggestions, definitely let me know. I kind of have an idea, but I'm still pinning it down. So yeah, thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, share. I haven't been doing so many more videos. I think I have 3 up right now. It just seems that there's not as much interest in the videos, and I don't want to spend a whole lot of time doing something that people aren't liking. So yeah, if you end up wanting the videos, definitely let me know and I'll work more on them. And also the transcript. I do have a transcript out for episode 1. I'll have to remember to link that on Buzzsprout if I haven't done that already. And I can get working on future transcripts if that's something that you would like. So let me know. And yeah, like I said, thank you for listening, and I will be back with you next week, in which we will talk about Dave.